Welcome back to our Jurassic World Jurassic Park challenge mode. We got our Tyrannosaurus fossils coming in. We'll get these processed. With this guy, we've got improved power distribution. This is the larger power nodes, power substations. We're getting that done for the park rebuild, which is underway right now. We've just barely started here, doing some double layered paths, playing around with kind of a main street thing coming off of the entrance here. Put the Dimetrodons over here in a holding pen temporarily. So this is all very much just starting. We'll see what this ends up being when we have the rest of it put in. Now, I don't think there's ever actually any reason to give a small increase in salary to your scientists with this breakthrough. Because at 50% unrest, it's just like a small financial penalty to rest them again. But, I think they've earned it. It feels appropriate to give your employees a raise when they do a good job. These paths are a nightmare. Like, these paths, this is like a perfect gap to fit this path in. You can't fit it any tighter, and yet we get different patterns on each side, and then just like this weird, inexplicable butthole back here that just sits there, and we can't do anything about it. And then this path, putting in afterwards, doesn't even connect up on this side. And I don't know why. Because this one connected up with this weird awning pattern, and then this is just a gap. And there's always a gap. So that's just life. That's a wide path. And that's a wide path. And yet they connect completely differently. The only thing I can hope is if we get main thoroughfare, the luxury main thoroughfare, that will fix that. It looks like it should. We could also just do... Honestly, looking at that, is that better? Just the flat gray concrete? I don't know. It kind of is. We can always change it later. Let's just do that. Because then it at least covers up the weird imperfections a little bit better. Yeah, I like that more. What else are we doing here? So, we should have all of our scientists back, except for you. Let's do a quick... Ooh, okay, so that's a new welfare specialist. That's a new welfare specialist. Where's the genetic specialist? Please. Yeah, I mean, on high salaries, if you're min-maxing, you just take the unrest penalty. That's probably the better way to do it. Also, I totally sympathize with your inability to sleep, because I often have that problem too. Except usually at like 5 a.m. instead of 2 a.m. Let's do... So I think we have more Rano to process, actually. Yeah. I could send out 2 on this task. Do I want to do that, though? We've got a lot of rebuilding to do, so I don't think we're going to do that. We can just do that when the genetics specialist is back. Let's go dig up more Rano, though. And then for research... We finished the large substation. I could try repeaters. I've never used repeaters. But I already researched large. And I actually like the aesthetic of power lines. A lot of people don't, but I kind of like it. I liked it better in like the first game, Jurassic Park era, where you had the big power pylons. Those ones look really cool. I think they're completely absent in this game. The JP era power, I don't know if it even has a special skin. Not sure. Monorails, maybe? Oh, we need a tour, actually. If we want to complete our contract, we desperately need to get a tour in here. So I think we'll do a truck tour through the Apatos. I guess it's the same research, so we can decide which one we actually want to put in when it's time to put it in. But yeah, and I think this can all run while we do some more rebuilding here. So, we have a problem here. These Carnotaurs being intelligent. Oh, nice little light bulb icon. That's really funny. Yeah, they can smell the people. So these guys need to be on a tour. Although, like, the territory wraps around, which is weird. Like, it looks like the gate and the viewing gallery actually block it, which is strange, so I don't know who he's smelling. Is it this path section down there? Did I actually, like, just break this by putting a path in? Right here? like this tiny little bit. Is that it? That's really funny if that's what I did. Well, these guys, I plan to put them on the tour anyway and not have them in the front part of the park. So that's fine. Let's sedate them. And then we can test out heavy fences. Just upgrade them to heavy fences for now while they're sedated, I guess, and then try that. Yeah, it's I expected it to like I incorrectly expected them to actually react to guests existing, but the guests are just an amorphous fungus that spawns on the paths and not actual like NPCs. So it makes sense that they wouldn't actually detect the visual icon of a guest being here, and they just lose their shit the second a path touched the territory there. So yeah, that's not strange in retrospect. I should have expected it. To be fair, they were chill for a while, so I really wasn't even realizing I put path in there. Let's just trim this down, yeah? Let's just do that. We just do one of these, and then we do a little bit like this, and then just delete that corner. We should pop this shelter open, though. And also get a ranger team over here to fix that. Oh, he's just going for it. Oh, he's already found his target. Get in the shelter, dude. It's right there. Run. Oh, where are you, idiot? Why would you run into the woods? He's literally right here. He can run into the shelter or into the woods where there's just probably more dinosaurs. Like, why would you do that? Okay, oh boy! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, infamous guest fatality. What are the strings? Like sabotage chance? Because the publicity rating drop is the same. You would assume the publicity drop is the strings. Let's just take it. Yeah, okay, so it's some sabotage chance. Unfortunate guest fatality. Yes. I understand. We just have the carnal run through an entire clump of idiot guests. Hey, helicopter, I really need you, my dude. My dude. My dude. Okay. Well, how many people did he kill? That's like the first guest fatalities we've ever had in a challenge mode, I think, in this game. Fence is broken 1. Kills 0. I guess a fatality can technically mean like a major injury and not a death, but usually it means a death. Curious. I'm curious about finances here. So amenities and everything are fucked, of course. No, finances back here. Lawyer fees, 12,000 bucks. Those are some cheap ass lawyers. God damn. I guess that's per minute, so maybe not. Oh, I like that the other Jeep actually made it in here first. Okay, why don't we not sedate these guys right now? How long until the fences are done? 2 minutes. Do I leave the park shut down for 2 minutes and finish the fence research and then upgrade the fences and then move the carno back? I guess it probably doesn't matter. We're at like minus 50% publicity. So I think the park can just stay shuttered for 2 minutes. Although we are negative. But we have 5 million bucks. Yeah, it could stay shuttered for 2 minutes. I think it's fine. I think we'll do that. Okay, so we will sedate these so we can fix the fences. Although that one might be too close to change the fence. But if we get them mostly repaired, that's pretty good. Okay, and this is the start of the Dimetrodon exhibit, but it's very much a work in progress. slightly derailed by the Carnotaur escaping here. 0.2 stars. Fun stuff. Okay, well, I guess back to construction. All right, the rebuild continues. It's a long process. Let's get some fossils processed, though, while we're doing this. And maybe we go find ourselves a research project as well. Ouranosaurus is done. Okay, well, what do we need? Mono... Yeah, our genetics person's busy, so we can't unlock any new species. Same thing with gene mods are not available because of that. Also a problem. Well, not really a problem, but something, you know, obstructing us. Attractions are banned as a house rule. So we're not going to do those research. We could do... Yeah, monorails is fine. Let's do monorails. You do monorails. Scientist training? 500k? Sure, that's fine. 8 and a 2. Great. That queues up some stuff. So this is the little hotel pod I've been building. Intend to turn this into a Dimetrodon exhibit. We'll have to see if the space works. We might have to make some small adjustments to it. Which we could slide all this back. Like, we got this thicker section here. So if I wanted to replicate that, which I originally did until I put the shelter in, I guess we could also extend it out this way. I'll have to think about it. More Tyrannosaurus. Looks like we probably... Well, yeah, we know we have it all because we couldn't dig anymore. So we'll get a Tyrannosaurus done this episode too. 16 logistics there. None of these other upgrades are necessary. Yeah, that was that. We could do power upgrades, I guess, while we wait. It's useful. Seems fine. Have scientists ever updated? Logistics. No, I need a genetics, dude. Come on, give me a genetics, please. Do I want... No, it's still too early to grab another logistics person. Okay. Well, we fixed this enclosure up. It's a little bit broader now. I think it'll work a little bit better for the dimes. Just got to finish it, and then we can get them transferred. Okay, we got a storm inbound. I think the park, the little Dimetro enclosure is ready for testing, basically. We're going to move them in 3 first, and then see how many we can fit. But we got to deal with this storm, so let's just fix this up. Oh, yes. True. Give me one of these. Okay, that's just the viewing gallery. That's not that big of a concern. Okay, great. Nice, mild storm. So, shelters open. Give me the three best Dimetrodons. Which ones should be the alpha? Number 1 is currently. It's the same. Unfit might actually reduce the alpha chance. Let's grab just one, move that one first. Minimize the chances of it being weird in terms of what the alphas do here.
En route to pick up the asset.
1, 2, and 4.
Asset.
And I'm gonna steal your guys' feeder, because if your guys aren't gonna be happy anyway. So let's grab this, put this feeder over here, and then let's go ahead and sedate the other two, 3 and 5, because the social I'm pretty sure is 3. We don't have any data. Oh, we need a ranger station. We'll put the ranger station outside of the enclosure. Yeah, because we can basically cover the whole thing.
Assets in the air.
Any other repair jobs? Yes. We can repair that, I suppose.
Transportation complete.
Okay, Dimetrodon on the ground. We need ranger.
Transported.
We need status info
Delivery complete.
so that we can check these guys. Insufficient fuel. Resupply. Give me all the gasoline. Where'd that dime go? Just immediately into the trees? Okay. So yeah, we'll get status information on these guys, check them, and then see how many more we can cram in here. We got an opportunity to world marketing tour for the welfare specialist. I think that's perfectly good. $1 million, publicity rating 25%, offsets any residual penalties we have from people getting trampled by a carnotaur. It does take 15 minutes. But what we could just do is hire a second welfare specialist, which isn't bad. Maybe a little premature, but I think it's fine. So we'll do that. I don't know how you say that name. Nexana? It's cool spelling. Don't know how to pronounce it. Still waiting on that genetic specialist. That just doesn't exist anywhere. Thinking also very hard about firing Betty here. Although, actually no. These 3 combined is 12. That opens up avenues for research. I think. Not dinosaur research. I know it does open up dinosaur research. Wait, why is the scientist limit 3? 1, 2, 3. Confused. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the logistics isn't there. Yes. I'm gonna fire you, so we'll give you points. That's the first time I've, well, that probably isn't the first time, but yeah, that caught me off guard. Okay, let's research Stiggy. Stiggy can, also potentially go in this pen. Because Cohab, I want to say the Cohab changes are such that you can fit 2 unfavorable species together. But it really doesn't look like it with this being 18. We can try. I mean, the worst case scenario, we just have to move one of them out. We'll try Stiggy and Orano. Speaking of Orano, what is the status on that? Last 2 fossils. But we just sent our geneticist away on a job. Do I want this guy to be 3 genetics? I kind of do, maybe. I think it's fine. It's not the best thing in the world, but I think it's fine. I think we can also just straight up fire the motivated guy right when he gets back if we want to. Because now we have more genetics here as well. He's further redundant. I suppose it makes the most sense to try to get our value out of him by using up his bar, but I don't know. Oh, this doesn't need to be here. Thank you, Carnotaurus Enclosure, for providing some helpful guidelines. Okay, 96% on comfort with 5. Can we fit? a little more water in here and keep all 5. I think it might be plausible. I think it might not be plausible. It's really close, though. Oh, it's so close, though. It's getting to be a little too much, though. Because it's kind of ruining the Oxbow Lake shape I'm going for here a little bit, pushing that out further. Let's just get rid of number 5, who is the one with all of the horrible genetic conditions. And we'll just have 4 Dimetrodons in the park and preserve the aesthetic here of this enclosure. I think that's good. It also means that we don't have to have like such steep sides on some of this. Like over here, it's getting a little weird. So we can like flatten this back out a bit more like that and then re-smooth so it doesn't extend so far inland. Yeah, I think I like that better. Also, I'm going to do this. I don't like these trees because of the grass. You see, the grass makes it look weird. So we're going to delete that. I like the grass on the center island, but I don't like it there. So let's... We're still good on trees even with that. Let's get you out of here. That's the right one, right? Yeah, Dimetrodon 5. These trees, these little individual palm trees, these are the individual placeable trees that we've kind of scattered around here. They seem well fit for this exhibit. I think it looks pretty solid. The only remaining question would be, okay, can we shrink the sand down? Right now the sand has a very artificial vibe to it. Pop 4. Water 46%. Oh, I think we removed too much water? How did we pull that off? I didn't think I shrunk that down that much. There we go. It's still pretty good little Oxbow Lake there. Maybe a little thick. Central Island's maybe a little small for what I envision, but I think it's still pretty good. How's your sand then? So the sand need here is pretty good too. So what I want to do, I think, is I want to go... Give me a brush, brush, grass. And I just want to like... try to maybe blend a little bit more some of this. Keep the beaches more down like in the gully kind of area, like the lower extent around the waterway. That's the idea. So a little light blending. We're getting pretty close to the limit on the sand there of what we can remove. Yeah, there's just a little bit too far. Okay, but now we can go back to the sand brush here on a smaller scale and just massage it a little bit and just get a little more sand in here. Perfect. All right, there's our perfect little Dimetrodon enclosure. Let's turn you on temporarily. All right, so the ratings. Food coverage is bad, but we've only got one set of large amenities in. I want to put the second one in now, so we're gonna work on that. Shelter coverage is 91% as well. They want shelter down there. So the shelter we put here in the middle is not sufficient for the corners. So I guess these hotels will need their own shelters. So let's just How do I want to line these up? I guess we'll put them in trying to eyeball the corner of the fence, this little corner right there under my mouse, with the edge of the shelter. As best we can eyeball it. So I think like that. And then we'll want a matching one on this side to maintain the... Oh, it can't fit there, though. It has to go way down here. Shit. Okay, so the shelter, we eyeball it with the corner of the hotel, roughly, I guess, instead. So we'll let this one build and then slide it down. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good little Dimetrodon pen. So now we got to work on redoing some more of this like Main Street layout here and try to get in some of the next enclosures. I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do about that. I have a plan for like the main herbivore enclosure, so maybe that's the next thing I put in, which might require me to pull out that Carno pen, which is awkward. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Okay, herbivore enclosure is in, essentially. We'll go through that in a second. I would like to breed back some more Nasutos now that we have space for them. We've actually had space for them for quite a while. We've just haven't gotten around to it. And then Ouranosaurus is ready to go. So let's take a look at Ouranosaurus. I want specifically the 2015 Ourano, because I prefer it, both for canon reasons and just kind of in general, I think. I like the design. I mean, I like this design too, don't get me wrong. It's not like the Kendro, where like I really like the Camp Cretaceous design over the JWE one. In this case, it's much more ambiguous. Fit, unfit. I think getting rid of Thirsty is not the worst idea here. I don't know. I mean, we could try and breed an alpha. But we don't have, like, social research. So I don't think we bother. I don't think accommodating matters. So I suppose we'll just toss a lifespan pip on there. That's 10 genetics to clone them. We also do have the Kentros ready. We do have an exhibit now that we can put the Kentros in as well. These are also going to be Pierce Camp Cretaceous Kentros. So let's just get them set up. No fussy, thank you. And that is all you get for genetics. Fine. And that is a 6 genetics, so we could do that. I'm not gonna. We're gonna optimally use our good geneticist on that, I think. Any chance there's a geneticist here? No, of course not. Why would there be a geneticist there? Alright. Expeditions. I don't remember if we actually got anything else we can use here. That might have been it. I want to say that is it. Oh, Dimorphodon. We can start digging up Dimorphodon. That will be in the park. So yeah, let's work on Dimorphodon fossils. No immediate plans to actually put in the aviary because I'm still doing big old park rebuild. But yeah, so this is our herbivore section here we're putting in, at least for now. Truck tour, which also finished up our contract for adventure guests. The truck tour is going to go through 3 herbivore enclosures. We have to move the carnivores out eventually for the 3rd enclosure here to get built. But here's the other 2. And we're doing like a river aesthetic here. So this basically connects up to the Oxbow Lake for the Dimetrodons. The river originally ran this path, and then, it, you know, the way an Oxbow thing works is the river forges a new path that bypasses the little side area, and this part gets cut off and becomes a lake instead of part of the river. So the river's down here now. It's slightly lower elevation. It's going to cut through all 3 enclosures, and then you can see kind of this like valley we've set up here, where there's this cliff back here, and then the valley next to the river itself. The Apatos are still forming their territory a little bit. We might need to sneak in a tiny amount more tall leaf, it looks like. We'll have to see how that shakes out, if they can find that last corner. They don't seem terribly interested in doing so, though, do they? Well, we can sneak in maybe a little bit more tall leaf into the river itself. Here, just a little bit. On the shoreline. And get it to work that way. I kind of wanted a gravel embankment on the river, but we do what we have to do to make the dinosaurs happy. We do it for them. We do it for the dinosaurs. I feel like they should be good when they find the corners. I want to save this upper plateau for something else. For some other cohabiting species. Like, if they get to that corner, they're good. Alright, I think we have to expand this slightly, I guess. That'll probably work. Build an aviary, tempting. Largest territory is going to be... Oh, wait. Science. Science time. If we pick this, increase the size of the largest territory population to 6. Is this contract get a territory with a population of 6, or is this contract get the territory with 4 dinosaurs in it to 6? Do you see the distinction? We're cooking Nasudos right now. If we get another 3 Nasudos, we'll have 6. So can we finish the contract just by finishing these? I don't know. We're going to find out. You guys are an easy include in this enclosure because they eat the same thing as the Apatos do. So adding them to this isn't even a concern. Okay, and then we'll have to trim down this pen. And go from there on the rebuild. The rebuild might extend into the next episode, I guess. We'll have to see how that plays out. Alright, storm is brewing, Nasudos are flying over. What is unpowered? This is unpowered. I guess that's what it's pointing at. Nasudos are fighting for dominance. That's probably fine. Sorry, Ranger Team 2, all the power's out in the park, like everywhere. Can we fix this? This one should be shuttered because the actually fucks with the transport rating. Really? 2 injured Carnos now from the storm? Okay, what do we got? Concussion, concussion. Seriously, double concussed Carnotaurs. Alright, one at a time because they're going to be upset with me otherwise. Okay, other damages. Other damages anywhere. Medical team cannot be repaired because we need to get those Carnos dealt with. Okay. Storm is over. Everybody get back out into the park. Okay, so. I want to finish... Well, we got to get these Nasudos at least moved over, I guess.
Transportation complete.
Okay, so the contract does finish like that. Interesting.
Are the bold. We take risks.
Okay.
Because there is no...
Nothing's left in this pen. Double check that. Correct. We can delete everything up here. Don't unpause because the ratings will tank, please. Thank you, me. Kill this. Power lines. We need temporary power lines, I guess. So let's just run something like this, like that. And, sure, like that. Nice, awful, grotesque zigzag. You get to medical. We'll do this person, and then they can rest. Nasudos are coming. So, do we want to do Kentros next or Aranos? I'd like... Well, okay. We're working... We got Stiggy Moloch also researched, didn't we? I think we did Stiggy Moloch. We need to decide what goes in with the Nasudos. Also, we should be digging up Stiggy before we dig up... Yeah, we did Stiggy. Stiggy before we dig up Dimorphodon. Ooh, treasure. Treasure, though. Look at all that money. Holy crap, Buck. Jesus, that's a lot of cash. 98% Dimorphodon as well. That's kind of crazy. Alright, you do that. Send the 8 out to go get some Stiggy. And then we need to check Oranosaurus and decide if it goes in the pen with the Nasudos. I think potentially it just does. Why don't I pause this recording while I look up some information and make the final decision? So the Stiggy Moloch has a perfect overlap in terms of food types with the Nasudos and the Apatos, which seems really good. So I think we do definitely want Stiggy Moloch in the pen with the Nasudos. I think we'll try the Oranos, but they might not work. I only want a few Oranos in the park anyway. So that's the other twist, is like, since the Oranos are just the one base skin, I don't want to have that many. Wait. Oh no, this one is still being moved. I was like, do we have 3 concussed Carnotaurs? That'd be crazy. But yeah, since the Oranos, we're only using base skins, I don't want a lot of them in the park. So they'd be a really good thing to cohab with the Nasudos, who are going to be at maxed comfort eventually. Or maxed cohabitation, I mean. Also, speaking of Nasudos, we can look at our new batch. So, okay, we're still flying one of them in, at least. Well, here's 12. This is a Great Sandy Desert Calcarana Nasudo. I like the yellow on the crest and the frill and everything. I like the look. Also, blends really well with the yellow underbelly on Great Sandy. That's a good-looking Nasudo, actually. I like that a lot more. I like it the more I look at it. It looks nice. Mangrove Calcarana in the weeds. Can't see it. Salar Pulka. Pretty sure you're new, too. Black on green's a good look. Then we got 9, 8, and 7. Yeah, these are the 3 old ones. So this one is definitely new.
Substitute
You're not...
experience.
You're just hanging out here, right? You're not thinking about hitting that fence. Good. I want to see this mangrove one. Mangrove's usually pretty exotic. Is the last one down? I think 13 just landed. Yeah, this is 13. Yukon River Pulkarana, so like a white and black. More like a white and gray. The skull looks nice. The body is not very exciting. But yeah, that's not bad. Not the best. Can I get that mangrove? Still in the trees. I think so far 12 is my favorite, actually. I don't normally dig, like, yellows, but this is pretty good look. Oh, we got tainted meat. Tainted meat! Fix it. Fix it. But then the Oranos will be done in 10 seconds. We can get them, figured out. I want to see that last Nasudo. Oh, there it is. He's out. Right? Yep, Mangrove Calcarana. I like the back here. I like these, like, browns and reds kind of modeled in with the blue. Can't get a good look at his skull, really, from the trees. Looks like he's got yellow on his frill. Not sure what I think of that, and he's just back in the trees. All right, well, we got a good enough look at him. It wasn't too hard to see. So, with this section moved out, I can fit in the shops I want to put in here. And then we can tear a bunch of the rest of this back section out and rebuild it, move the Carnos around or something. The Carnos are going to go on a tour. That's where I want them. Okay, let's do some rests. You rest. You rest. You get a point into welfare. Oh my god. Oh my god. Lose money, publicity, point in welfare. Unrest, publicity. Yeah, we can't take the hit to publicity rating, realistically. I mean, we can, but we don't want to. It's not worth it. It'll also accelerate the research. We're going to fire this guy soon anyway. But, like, it sucks that we had to pay him 200k up front. Sell, sell, sell. This. Whatever. Sure. And that's you. And then other person goes out for more fossils of Stiggy Moloch. Bam. You. And then the welfare specialist is still hanging out here. And you're done? Yeah, you're treated. Back to the Carno pen. At least temporarily. Sedate this one. Sorry, did that actually register? No, that button prompt did not register. There you go. Okay. Dimetrodon kicking the shit out of my car. Aren't you, like, 2 feet tall? I mean, I guess he could chew the tires. That's fair. Okay, so what else do we need to do here? 30 seconds. The Oranos are ready. Is that what we're at? Yeah. 4 eggs. Okay, what's the social? Because we might want to go, like, very bare minimum Oranos. Social's 2 to 3. So let's take 3 Orano eggs here. Weak. Well, that's an easy call. 3 Oranosaurs. Because then we want to do the rest of the include, like 3 Hepatos, 3 Oranos, and then Stiggy Molochs if we can fit them. We need minimal populations so that we don't offend the Nasudos. Photograph your dinosaurs. I like that it's called Smile, and there's just like a bloody gore-streaked Tyrannosaurus here. That's really funny. Park Appeal is probably the ticket. Yeah. 17 getting to 21. Oranosaurus literally hatching right now. Kentro's ready to go whenever we get geneticists back. Ah, geneticists. Yes, of course. Of course, geneticists. Yes. Every time I see a generalist, for a moment I'm like, oh my god, a geneticist. But no, they're just filthy, filthy generalists. This hotel does not need to be here. Delete this. We have, like, plenty of accommodation in this pod. What ratings are bad right now? So amenities, we need big food. That'll take care of that. Everything else is actually good. So the park rebuild is well underway. The ratings are mostly intact during the rebuild at this stage. So yeah, I think we'll call this an episode. And we can get the Oranos out next time, along with the finalized rebuild, which I can do between episodes.